For a number of years, I've been lucky to be in business in this town with my partner serving people. As part of doing the kind of business we do, we meet a lot of folks, and we've been lucky enough to become involved in the community and really become kind of a part of the fabric of this community. Out of those relationships and out of kind of the brand that we've built for ourselves, over the past half a decade, I can't tell you how many times I spend in a meeting at Broad Street over a cup of coffee, or a quick lunch at Bravo, or an afternoon ice cream cone at Salamukhi's, talking to individuals that are trying to open a restaurant, trying to open a business, want to figure out how to fund opening a business, have issues with the business they're in, have issues with the restaurant they're in. People are just struggling with the very difficult thing is running a business. And I have it's been my honor, and I've made myself available to talk to people and give them advice for exactly what it was worth, which was, you know, a cup of coffee. And I realized that there was a common theme through these transactions, and I realized that oftentimes the advice I gave, that these folks came back and said, you know something, you were really, really helpful. That's something I never thought about. I never looked at it that way. By the way, I tried that, and that really worked. And it dawned on me that there's value to this. And I have some amazing people that we work with, both at our office level, which are our partners and our team members in this effort here, as well as the folks in the restaurants that have really mad, you know, customer service and empathy skills. And that it'd be wonderful to be able to take this and make this an offering to the business community as a whole. So, when you say where did the idea come from, it's really kind of an organic thing that grew up from almost a demand standpoint, people asking these questions, and then us realizing that we had skill sets and that we could probably put together a business format to be able to deliver some form of services to businesses and not-for-profits and for business leaders around the state and the close region. Don't need to travel too far. We should probably start as a profit in our hometown first, and then move on from there. I think the entrepreneur spirit is still alive and well in America, and certainly alive and well here in Mississippi. And I think that maybe the recession might even spark even more desires to be entrepreneurial, because your job or your stability or your opportunities may be limited, you know, in the company you're working for or the job you have. So necessity is the mother of all invention, right? So if you lose your job, or if you have less earnings potential, or if your world at work is kind of contracting a little bit, it might make you look to do something else. There comes the request for, you know, I was thinking about opening a restaurant, and I've always wanted to, and now maybe is the time, and I've got some relatives that have some money, and what do you think? And that's really where a lot of these conversations started. And obviously, being in the restaurant business, that'd be the kind of person that would come seek us out would be someone wanting to do a restaurant. But then through business relationships and kind of a lot of the creative marketing that we've become known for, and a lot of the real interesting community-based marketing, how we partner with not-for-profits to achieve mutual goals. A not-for-profit gets friend-raising and a little bit of fundraising, and we get business transactions by supporting them either through one of our coffee days or a coupon day or something like that. That when that whole model is out there, then all of a sudden you've got other businesses that are saying, you know, wait a minute, you know, you really do this well. How do you do that? And how big is your staff? And how are you able to navigate these things you have to do to make that happen? So that's really where I think the demand, and I think that the gift that we can give after 18 years of this. Your specific question was, are people still entrepreneurial? Do they want to open a business? I think the gift that we can give is one of two things, is to help people make the decision that they don't need to do that. Okay, and a lot of people don't need to do that. They have a very bad perception of what it is to open a restaurant, especially a restaurant, not really understanding what it is we do. And then secondly, if they do have a good fit and a good idea, then maybe we can help them fast track through a lot of the work. Fundraising, this restaurant we're sitting in here, Bravo, you know, Dan and I and David, our original partner, Dan's younger brother, we were 29 and David was 27-year-old guys that were unknown in this market, and we had this dream to turn this old restaurant, the Sundancer, into something significant in 1992. And in 1994, we opened. We had no money, we had no credibility, and Dan was the chef. And instead of being back in the kitchen like he is right now, he was in San Francisco. He wouldn't come home until it was real. So we had to articulate a business plan that would engage people to believe in investing in us, because we couldn't get a loan, because we didn't have the funds to get a loan. That's that catch-22. You can't borrow money unless you have it. So we put together a business plan, and we learned how to do that and how to do a private placement for a limited partnership and how to do that legally under SEC laws and under the Secretary of State's rules, and how to do that filing and then do that promotion and then do that syndication and then make it happen. That is worth a lot if you have somebody who needs that kind of a model. Well, you know, we ain't lawyers and we ain't accountants. We know exactly what you need from those two groups. We certainly are creative and knowledgeable and insightful and well-communicating people that can help somebody put together that business plan right down to the specific documents that are needed and then promote it. It took me 2 years to get Bravo open. It took 21 days to raise the money for Broad Street. That's what 5 years of experience getting known in the market and also kind of refining and honing down that skill set. So these are the skills we can offer. We can either say, you know, you're great, you shouldn't do this at all, or you're great, this is a great idea, what can we do to help you make that happen? And then, you know, I'm kind of the tip of the spear for this thing, so I'm, you know, kind of receiving these requests for this kind of consulting opportunities, and then that's when I work with my partners and team members on each of us with our specific tasks and abilities and skill sets that we're able to give people, you know, value. And what is that value? You know, we're learning, we're finding out what it's worth. Is it a package? Is it hourly? Is it, you know, is it big? Is it little? The beauty of us getting into this business is we don't have to worry about Friday's payroll. That this is not something that we're opening in order to earn our paycheck to make it to Friday. We all have our jobs in the business here. And this is something that we're doing as a diversification, as an extension of our skill set, as a long-term fourth leg of a stool, that if things change, that we have something else that's growing to create revenue and value for our business. And I think for me personally, and in closing on this monologue, for me personally, it provides me, as the head of our organization, the ability to provide real, tangible, high-value opportunities to the people that I work with and I care about. And particularly this opportunity for Danielle and what it means for her to be a partner with us, this opportunity for this young lady, Liz Lancaster, who's joined our organization, and she's starting her career to actually have a chance to do this kind of stuff. When I was her age, I was selling computers, knocking on doors with nobody looking over my shoulder, and it was disastrous. And she's having a chance to really work with, you know, a fine group of folks and seeing some really amazing things. And it's a great thing for Dan and I as we reach the, you know, tail end of our 40s. This is something that engages our intellect and our emotions and gets us a chance to look at somebody else and what they're doing and provide, you know, get that creative, you know, entrepreneurs, we want to do things. Well, the beauty about consulting is I can tell you what to do. And it may well be right, but I don't have to do it. So the point is I can tell you exactly what you need to do and give you $1 million idea, but I'm not responsible tomorrow morning for having to roll that rock up the hill. So it's a wonderful way for us to be able to kind of get that creativity out of us so it doesn't, you know, it feeds our souls without having to, you know, put more on our shoulders in terms of daily work. Why would we want to share any of this kind of stuff with competitors? Because what we believe is the only competitor we have is a grocery store or somebody with their Viking stove at home. When people go out to eat, they eat out more, they get used to eating out, and frequency goes up for everybody. Number two is we need healthy, especially independent businesses in our market, in restaurants in Jackson, Mississippi. And thirdly, it's not just about restaurants. We're able to consult with any small and medium-sized business about the kind of areas that we excel at. So we've got a broad-based team to work with. We've got amazing partners in this business, and again, top-line employees that are ready to help us out. We've also already forged quite a few partnerships with independent consultants and independent business people that have skill sets that are known as best in class for what they do, that they're coming to the table and they'd love to be able to reference and network with us and help folks out. So we're really excited about this. We think it's going to be an extraordinary experience. We appreciate you being interested in highlighting this, and we look forward to a follow-up checkup at some point to see how we did.
Excellent.
Because already, we're seeing that there's a couple very interesting market opportunities, getting some interest from the healthcare industry, because customer service is really important in healthcare right now. And we kind of know about customer service, and all of it, it's all about people. It's all about engaging the person sitting behind the desk to understand that the person they're looking at is a customer, and there's no guarantee that they're going to come back tomorrow.